Okay, with that then we will get off some of the players' blemishes, and we'll get to the Bulldogs and the Bulldogs and the Roosters. My apologies. Oh, jeez. The heart rate is slightly elevated today.
19 minutes, 55 seconds. That's one for the blooper reel.
I promise this is a professional setup and we know exactly what we're doing. So it is the Bulldogs against the Roosters, and the Bulldogs' current lineup is Meaney in the 1 with Corey Allen out on the wing in the 2 shirt. Hopawati, Hot Shoop is in number 4 with Katoa on the wing. Flanagan gets to run out against his former side in the 6 shirt with Avarillo in the 7. Questionable for me. We'll get on to why though soon. Hetherington in the 8, Katoa in the 9, and Thompson in the 10, with Waddell, Stimson and Jackson making up the rest of your forwards. Ionde Odo is in the 14 shirt. He keeps his shirt from last week, with Napa in the 15, Ogden in the 16, and the rumoured to be on his way out, Reneth Atoni in the 17. As for the Roosters, obviously they have a fair few origin stars missing. Most notable of all is James Tedesco, that number 1 shirt vacated and given to Joey Manu this week. Daniel Tupou in the 2 with Morris in the 3. The inclusion of Smith in the 4 with Ikavalu on the other wing. Drew Hutchison is back in the 6 shirt with Sam Walker in the 7. Waria Hargreaves has just had his disciplinary hearing. He holds up at the disciplinary, has only received a fine, so he is eligible to play. With Verrills in the 9, Takiao in the 10, Liu, Tupanua, and Radley in the 13, with Lockie Lamb, Egan Butcher, Nat Butcher, and Thomas on the bench for the Roosters. Roosters 13 plus. Agreed. Next game. Great.
No arguments from me here. Let me give you my try scorers, because I'll do my analysis in under 75 seconds here. As you mentioned, Roosters 13 plus. Manu scores. Billy Smith scores. Ikavalu scores. Tupou, however you want to say it. He probably has a double. I hope Zammy Verrills goes over. I love him as a player. I really hope he does. Isaac Liu, the future Cowboy, goes over. He waddles over of Corey Waddell. Lockie Lamb probably scores one from dummy half, giving Verrills a break. Is it going to be 66-0 like it was last week against Manly? Probably not. Are the Dogs getting at 50 put on against them? Probably. The line, if I bring up Sportsbet real quickly, currently and amazingly is only 21.5. If you go down to the handicap markets and pick your own line, the Roosters, you can go as far as 44.5, and that is currently at $8.50. I am licking my lips.
Okay, there we go. I will be joining you. I'm going to push it as far as Roosters 30 on the handicap market. I'm going to say you back the over on this one. And as for an anytime try scorer, if I'm pushed to just pick one, I will be picking Joey Manu. All that probably in and around the $9 mark in a multi. No. Oh, okay. Not even close.
Oh, I highly doubt it. I'll pull up a same game multi, but you said Joey Manu is currently paying $2 and minus 29.5 was paying $2.73. So I'm going to hazard a guess and say it's probably about a $3.30 multi.
With the over as well, over on the points.
Ooh, well, there's your $3.30 without me throwing in the handicap. Let me see. Pick your own line.
Okay.
Of a minus 29.5, 525.
525. Okay. I was well off. Anyway, into some actual analysis of the game. Bulldogs, I don't know what the plan is here. You've got Kyle Flanagan as your ball playing 6, a player that you've constantly backbenched. You've got Avarillo as your runner in the 7, as your predominant ball player, potentially in your 7 shirt, despite the fact that he's a runner. I don't understand that. A guy that's, yes, he's had a good stint in the halves this year, but probably played some of his better ball out in the centres. Yeah, you got Shoop in there, who's been doing a serviceable job. You got Corey Allen, who you signed on decent money from the Rabbitohs. Again, you stick him out on the wing. Meanwhile, you got an outgoing Nick Meaney still occupying the 1 shirt. I don't get this selection at all. If Allen's going to be your big money signing and Nick Meaney's already on his way out, you put Allen in the 1, you bump Meaney to the wing, you run Flanagan in the 7, you have Avarillo running rampant down the middle in the 6 shirt, and just have him popping up and causing issues wherever he can. As for the forwards, Hetherington and Thompson, big boppers, hard hitters, just absolutely just the leather people all day long. Draw the Roosters into the middle of the park, force them to play your game. Yes, they have Warrior Hargreaves and Takiaho as your 8-10 battle, but still there's going to be a fair bit of whack in that contest. It's just the Bulldogs backline that just really, I don't like it. You got Red off of Tony, who again rumored to be on his way out. Being one of your better players, if you're going to try and use him as an impact substitution, maybe I get it. But if you're benching him over someone like Stimson or Waddell because you feel like they deserve an 11 or a 12 shirt over a Tony, again, selection headache. Not a clue why you've done that. As for the Roosters, I mean, they're just it's the Roosters. They're still missing quite a few key players, but still that lineup's it's freakish. You know, you've got Tupanua, who has been in the 15 shirt for the majority of the season, slotting in for Crichton. Verrills has come back into the 9 shirt because obviously Friend has retired and has done a good job in the 9. You know, Lockie Lamb bumped down to the 14. Vic Radley, absolute animal up the middle. Really, he'll go out. He's an enforcer. He'll go out. He'll look for people. He'll put the shots on. He'll get under the skin of players like Hetherington and Thompson, who both have the occasional high shot in them. And in this game where we can see players sent for 10 minutes and watch an entire 80 minutes unravel in front of your eyes in the space of just minutes, who's to say Radley doesn't go out, put a few shots on them, and someone loses their head? You know, where Sportsbet, if you're listening, please introduce a sim bin at any time market, please, because I have got a few players that I would like to be able to put some money on. Not even put money on. I'd like to print some money, please. I would like to print some money.
You have to behave, young sir.
I will be behaving to as much of an extent as I can.